Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to another round of your Neo Racing League season. And the Williams is now going to head through the final one. We'll see what he's able to do. His brother had a qualifying ban, and the Williams team, the only team able to topple Aston Martin at the top, and Queckmelly improving by a second. It's not enough to go up to the very top of the standings. Now switching back to Speed Queen, who's improving by 1.12 seconds in the first two sectors, and is going to try and do exactly the same in the third, although it will be potentially 0.3 that she's going to try and improve if she wants to get up onto that pole position. Now 2 more corners to go, or at least one more braking zone. Yellow flags out. That is for David, who's pulled over to the side and will not be improving on his 27.2. Speed Queen up to the line, not an improvement. Shoot Fizz, not an improvement. Or Speed Queen did improve onto the front row, not enough for an improvement to topple Shoot Fizz. And Funny Wave Band now looking to go around the final couple of corners. Where is the Ferrari going to go? I don't think it's going to be up there with those top three who had incredible pace. This guy Neo went up there 26.8, just ahead of Queckmelly. Funny Wave Band is coming around the final couple of corners. It's him, it's the Ferrari, and it's David, who I believe's backed out of a lap. Yes, he has. So it's the Ferraris to finish us off. Funny Wave Band up to the line in 6th. Ali up to the line in 7th. And that is the end of your qualifying session. Shoot Fizz up to the top with a 26.1. Round 13 is ready to get underway here, and we are ready to go to the 5 red lights here in Britain for the 13th round, and what could be the last round of this championship, as there is 4 drivers with drive-through penalties as the lights are out and the action is underway. Shoot Fizz does not have a penalty. His teammate Handflap Kelly does. He sits in P3. Drivers have gone off the circuit in the background, but Speed Queen down the inside into turn number 3, trying to take that championship and race lead as well. Swapping to the inside line, trying to make the move stick, can't quite do it. And Shoot Fizz holds on to it as Handflap Kelly just follows the Red Bull in behind. But Shoot Fizz holding on to the lead for the time being. The inside line beckons for Speed Queen, who takes it and is down the inside. Goes through on Shoot Fizz and makes P1 stick in the background. There's contact between Jay and Handflap Kelly, and Jay going off of the circuit, dropping all the way down. That will not be good for the Mercedes. But Speed Queen leading this one on the end of lap 1. Shoot Fizz looking to the outside line of the Red Bull, trying to make the move stick. Trying to go through, switching to the inside line now. Could this be the move that the Aston Martin wants? It is for the time being, and Shoot Fizz back up into this race lead. Shoot Fizz just taking a leaf out of the former Mercedes driver's book and holding on to that race lead at the moment. He's challenging for this title, and well, he's channeling that season 2 or that season 1 even champions mentality as Speed Queen now to the outside line with the DRS. This could be the move for the Red Bull as she heads through, and it is indeed the move. Speed Queen retakes the lead of this race.
On about 80%, while Speed Queen's only on 6, defending for her life. Into the inside. Here goes Shoot. Up the inside. Contact. Bit of wheel hook in there. I think Speed Queen will keep the position. But Shoot's gone around the outside, locks up a little bit. Nope. Good move.
David, fastest lap of the race, 28.7. New sets of
They're
softs
going to get ahead. They're going to get ahead.
Speed Queen
yeah,
and
David leads
Shoot
the
Fizz.
race.
David getting through, Jens getting through, Jay getting through, and Shoot Fizz and Speed Queen now fighting with this guy Neo heading out of the pits. Jay trying to go to the inside line of Jens Jordal. Shoot Fizz trying to go up the inside line of Speed Queen. They're trying to get those softs fired up straight away. It's Jens Jordal now trying to take the position off JPS. Shoot and Speed Queen trying to get themselves involved. Shoot down the inside of Jens. Can he make this move stick? I don't think Jens is going to fight him too hard, and no, he isn't. He's going to let the Aston Martin go, but in doing that, he's also let the Red Bull go through as well. Shoot Fizz now trying to get through on JPS on the outside line of Cops. This is going to be a very bold move if he makes this one stick. It's a great move there from Shoot Fizz, who holds on to P3, and that is that could basically seal that championship, because those drivers that we thought they were going to trip over, they have done no such thing. And Shoot Fizz has made his way through. Speed Queen now trying to make her way through as well. Shoot Fizz trying to close in on David, and purple second sector
Speed Queen's going to go for him
as well. Could be great. Speed Queen now down the inside of 1, of 2, and the Red Bull now down the inside of both of them, making that move late on the brakes for Speed Queen. What a move that is. And Funny Wave Band coming into the pits now. David will inherit the lead of this race. Speed Queen sits in P2 with P3 going Shoot Fizz's way, and they're now trying to build up a gap to JPS. Shoot Fizz will not mind if they just scrap over these top few positions as long as he doesn't drop out of them. But lap number 15 of this race, Speed Queen now down the inside of David. It's a late lunge, and David defending, but going off of the circuit. Shoot Fizz now around the outside of David, spinning Speed Queen round. Shoot Fizz has just cost the battle for the championship by tapping the side of Speed Queen, and the Red Bull went round, drops down to P6. However, I think there may be damage for Shoot Fizz. It's 3 wide for P3. That guy Neo goes through. Shoot Fizz does not have damage. Jens, I believe, may well do. And that could be one that's decided in the steward's room. The two Mercedes trying to go side by side, but Speed Queen, that could be absolutely crucial. And now the safety car comes out for Ali Al-Rabai, who's down on the straight. Perfect timing for Speed Queen. Around the final corner to start this one up once again, and Shoot Fizz gets a decent launch ahead of Speed Queen and Funny Wave Band. Quackmelly just sitting in behind, but looking further up, the top two fighting away. Speed Queen now switching to the inside line. Could this be the move that the Red Bull has been waiting for so long? Speed Queen up into the lead of this race. So these top
he's going for it.
Still scrapping once again. Shoot Fizz trying to go to the inside, but doesn't have the run. And Funny Wave Band trying to get himself involved in the battle. Shoot Fizz going over the sausage curve. Through goes Funny Wave Band. Through goes David. That one mistake could cost him the championship here in Britain. Speed Queen holds on to the lead. David now through to P3. Shoot Fizz dropping to P4. Funny Wave Band's going for the lead of this race down the inside of Speed Queen. She holds on around the outside, holding it all the way through these corners. There's contact between David and Shoot Fizz as the Kick Sauber got a poor exit, and Shoot Fizz could now be backed into the two Mercedes. Marchmeister 3-second time penalty. Those could come into effect as well. Shoot Fizz down the inside of Funny Wave Band, doesn't have the grip, once again rides the sausage curves, and David tries to box himself in behind Shoot Fizz and tries to head through. Wobble on the exit for Shoot Fizz, and Funny Wave Band goes through. David makes it 3 wide. This guy Neo makes it 4. Funny Wave Band is on in the lead of this race, of this battle.
David up the inside.
David gets through. Could be getting through on Funny Wave Band as well as the Ferrari. Almost gets backed into Shoot Fizz, and he indeed is. Shoot Fizz around the outside, spinning David round, or Funny Wave Band round even, and he drops down the field, and Shoot Fizz here surely has a penalty on his hands as they head around to the final lap of this race. Marchmeister gets through on JPS as he dropped down from that battle after that contact between David and Shoot Fizz as well. The penultimate lap of this race will beckon onto the final one, and Speed Queen is 1.2 seconds ahead. Quackmelly and Funny Wave Band look like they've come together as well.
Funny Wave Band doesn't have any damage, but I wouldn't be surprised seeing an absolutely chaotic final lap here. Shoot up the inside of David. He's going for it. Ooh, that was a bit late. This is late. Oh, he's been forced off her. Oh, geez, that's a lot of contact.
And through goes this guy
Neo's
Neo
got through.
He's going to take that P3.
No, he's a bit too far. Where's JPS? Did he have an incident or something?
JPS got caught up in that incident with Shoot Fizz and David and dropped down the order. But I don't think that they have done enough to hold on to this one. Speed Queen, 1.8 seconds ahead of David, who could be attacked by... What's going on there for David? Stick drift as he goes into this guy Neo, and penalty will come his way as well. So this one will not be decided on track in terms of the battle for P2, but the battle for P1, that is cut and dry, and it's Speed Queen who takes victory here in Britain. Shoot Fizz comes across the line P2, but I don't think he's won that championship just yet. I think penalties will be coming his way. It will all be decided post-race, I think, in the steward's room. Tyler's got a lot of work on his hands, and Speed Queen does end up taking that victory. So, steward's reports are in, and Shoot Fizz only ended up dropping down to 3rd place. So he picked up 12 points, while Speed Queen picked up 19. Of course, Speed Queen had to offset 13 points in order to win this race and keep this championship alive, which means that Shoot Fizz is the Drivers' World Champion here in the Season 4 of Division Alpha. It's his first Division Alpha season victory. He's the 4th different champion out of 4 seasons. He's representing the Britons at the top. So, Shoot Fizz, 179. Speed Queen, 155. This season has been so close all the way through, and it was just Shoot Fizz at the end who was able to take it home. 179 points, 155, as I say. And then Rupsy just edging out Garrigator as we head into now what will be the final round of the season. JPS in 5th place. Those top 5, I reckon, next season will be able to have the most insane title battle ever. David in P11 moving up there. And, well, this is the top 20. And now the next thing that we're going to look at is the Constructors and Aston Martin. As you can see, there are champions. 203 points to Mercedes is 144. So a steep task for Williams that they were never able to live up to. And, well, Aston Martin and Shoot Fizz taking home 2 titles there. Hamflap Kelly is also there as well. But there you go. Aston Martin taking that Constructors title home. P2 battle in Azerbaijan should be very interesting.